Good day everyone, this is Madeline Bonaflor from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Technology and Livelihood Education, Home Economics. And for today's video, we will be discussing about non-cognitive traits and skills. But before we begin, let us first discuss what is non-cognitive traits. According to the research, non-cognitive or soft skills are related to motivation, integrity, and interpersonal interaction. They may also involve intellect, but more indirectly and less consciously than cognitive skills. Non-cognitive skills are generally defined as patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behavior. So this includes critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, emotional health, social skills, work ethics, and community responsibility. So non-cognitive skills refers to a set of skills that do not correspond to traditional definition of intelligence while enabling individuals to contribute significantly to society in order to succeed. So there are some examples to be used in non-cognitive skills that links on between its impact to learning process. The first one is non-cognitive skills include an explanatory list of example traits. So it involves persistence, self-discipline, focus, confidence, teamwork, organization, seeking help, staying on task, and so on. So cognitive traits focus on the attitude, beliefs, grit, mindset, self-control, goal orientation, and values of the students. So particularly for the part of the students, it focuses on the personality and characteristic both interpersonal and intrapersonal. So the students can be more successful in terms of achieving their goals when they are collaborative and responsible for their specific work. When we talk about non-cognitive, these are the things that focus on what students portray and how they were going to establish their engagement in order to formulate learning inside the classroom. So this pertains to the action on how the learning affect the individual development and growth of the students. According to the research, students who have valued what they were doing are more better in terms of problem solving, exerting motivational activities, and paying attention to the information provided by the teachers. And now, let's proceed to the relationship between learning success and effect. As you can see in the table, so it has two columns which discuss the successful learning and unsuccessful learning. So unsuccessful learning are the opposite result of successful learning. So as you can see in the successful learning, so it has a word hopeful and then its opposite is hopeless. So that hopeless refers to unsuccessful learning. So the second one, we have optimistic, and for unsuccessful learning, it classifies into pessimistic. The other one feels positive, so in successful learning, it results as feels negative. Some other words are wants more success, so as an opposite, it is wants to avoid further failure. And then the next one is seek to challenges, and for unsuccessful, it defined as avoid challenges. And we also have seek and uses feedback, and in second column, it is seems feedback as criticism. And then we also have empowered, and for unsuccessful, it classified into embarrassed. We also have confident, engaged, positive, attitude, values, learning, and seek new ideas. And for unsuccessful learning, it categorized into unsure, disengaged, negative attitude, avoid learnings, and avoid new ideas. There are also what we call positive non-cognitive skills or disposition. So in this part, it would help the learners, specifically the students, to become more productive in terms of having collaborative effort and participation in the society. So this positive non-cognitive disposition is very useful in terms of enhancing the students' perseverance in dealing with different forms of learning process. So let's proceed to the example of traits that is usually elaborate non-cognitive. Let's begin with the attitude. So attitude focus on the favorable and non-favorable specification in terms of situation between the concept, object, and many more. So the second one is the interest. So these traits focus on the personal preference of the students in dealing with different kinds of activities. So we also have values which give importance and worth. And the other thing is self-monitoring, integrity, motivation, self-efficacy, self-esteem, adaptability, interpersonal relationship, altruism, and perseverance. Let's take a look with this following example. So the first one is, I am a good singer. So as you can see, this statement belongs to self-efficacy traits because it pertains to individual beliefs of a person that he or she is good in that specific field or in a specific field of singing. So the second example is when the students say that I have lots of friends in our school. So this trait belongs to attitude since the students receive a positive feedback from the environment wherein he or she belongs. Another example is when the students say that I want to be in a quiet area when I study my lesson. So this trait measures motivation since that the student has a willingness to learn the lesson he or she is studying in a quiet area. So the next is when the students say that listening to the discussion of my history class teacher is boring to me. So this trait measures the attitude of the students because he or she pertains his internal state and beliefs toward the discussion based on his or her observation. So that certain example shows that non-cognitive traits and skill focus on how the student engage their personal outlook in terms of their individual development. So it also involved not just their actions but also the individual perspective and reaction on a specific situation. So based on the given example, we can observe that they were trying to measure the personal traits of every student in terms of reaction in specific field of singing, meeting friends, paying attention during studying, and lastly, his or her feedback to the history teacher. Okay, to sum it up, non-cognitive traits and skills is essential in learning process because it determines the attitude, the beliefs, values, and other aspect which is related to the performance and personality traits of every learners. So by identifying the different traits, we can easily measure the things that we need to take action in order to assess the development and learning of the students. And that's the end of my discussion. I hope that you've learned something. Thank you for watching.